Welcome to another episode of the Way to Money podcast, and I'm your host Dantes. And today we will be talking about on how not to be broke after Christmas. I intended on releasing this during the week of Christmas, with that being said, and technical difficulties or whatnot. So it's coming to you all in the new year, and I hope you all had a good Christmas, and I hope you all have a blessed new year. So with that being said, the holidays approach quickly. Sales coming and going, the whole nine. Saving money for the holidays should be essential when getting ready to shop for Christmas. Instead of not having no money at all after Christmas, here are a few ways to save that extra dollar. First, make a budget that will be suitable to your income. With that being said, people, do not spend $2,000 in gifts, knowing good and well you only get paid $400 to $500 every 2 weeks. It's not, you gonna be putting yourself in a bind. You have to let your children know, or whoever you getting this on, this is the amount that I can do. Yeah, you don't want your child to feel like they can't get all that they want to, or they're just the real. It's better for you to let them know ahead of time instead of you lying to them. And then instead of like they being disappointed, well, Mom, I thought you were gonna get this and that. And some kids are appreciative than others. They understand that. I mean, it's not like you have to be more vocal. I feel like parents have to be more vocal, especially when it comes down to gift getting and stuff like that. A lot of times parents feel like they have to be extravagant and go out the way and just to please and make their child happy when it don't be like that. So it's just like that's all it is to it. If you have no communication, therefore you won't know what to get a person. You don't know what that person like. All that time you spending, all that money you spending and time spending like, dang, I'm gonna just get him this, I'm gonna get him a new iPad. Even though he probably appreciate it, but he probably don't want the new iPad. If anything, he probably just wanted some tennis shoes. So, but like I said, make a budget out that will be suitable to your income and put money aside, whether it's $20 or $50. Set aside money that you can put towards from your paycheck every 2 weeks or every week, however much you get paid. Banks will allow you to have a short-term savings account as well to save up for the incoming holiday, which you cannot get into until that specific time. The more you put in, the more you'll have saved up for Christmas. It won't be coming at your expense. So you can still be paying bills, because the money that you use to go get your hair, nails, toes done, you can put that on Christmas gift. But if your income is not that flexible, then you'll have to put smaller amount. And it's sad too on how many people go into the new year, I don't have any money, I didn't wait and broke on Christmas gifts. All it takes is proper planning. Like I said at the beginning of this podcast, you cannot be spending $2,000 on Christmas gift when you do not make that a month. So how are you able to afford $2,000 in gift? You seeking it because you thinking that, dang, they're gonna make everybody feel happy and all that. You the one that's sad at the end of that because you ain't got no money. Now you working 10 times as hard at work to recoup the money that you just spent on Christmas gift when you could have looked for sales, could have waited, or you could have got a cheaper version. They take communication too, because a lot of people don't like a lot of flashy, shiny stuff for Christmas. And I even seen a lot of people now, they even got cars for Christmas. That's good and all, but still got to pay for it. It's a lot goes into just giving, because I feel like people be trying to outdo themselves and top one another, and it's just ain't gonna work like that, because you have something you gave from the art, it gonna always speak for itself. You can go get a person picture made that'll hit entirely different as you going to go get a Marc Jacobs bag. Or a lot of people say Christmas is not about giving, but I feel like now we treat Christmas and all types of holidays as sport. We look at it as, if we don't get this gift, that means that we don't love you. If they value a gift based on how much you care about them, they not for you. Leave immediately. It's never been that serious about a Christmas gift. It's never been that serious about Valentine's Day. None of that. Because at the same time, if you're showing that person the care and affection you do all year, you don't have to try to force gifts upon them like you making up for your mistakes or something like this. You don't have to try to use money to fix problems, and they don't. Only gonna make them work. Cause at the same time, when they get bored of whatever you bought them, they gonna make another problem. It never ends. I feel like that's the hamster wheel that I feel like a lot of people go through. Have we all been given gifts we probably didn't like? But at the same time, you gotta learn how to be appreciative, because people don't have to do anything for you. They don't have to spend their hard-earned money on you. So you have to take that into thought with a kind of like, okay, this person thought enough about me to give me something for Christmas, and you just have to take that and leave it. You can't be jealous, you can't be envious over what people have. And Stacy gave Dale a Rolls Royce, and you didn't get nothing but a bottle of cologne. That's all Stacy probably wanted to get her man, that she couldn't afford it. So at the same time, it's like this. People, stop looking at the internet for inspiration and stop looking at these people's lives on the internet, because if your life is not based around it, you're going to feel envious and jealous. It's going to be to the point you be like, oh my God, it's admiration. I want to get to that point. And then it's going to get to the point where you see it so much. I'm tired of seeing him. Why he got this and I ain't got it. I work just as hard as him. You and questioning your whole self-value off of a Christmas gift, people. They say they doing real estate. What a property is that they sold? And start off the new year in a terrible space. They want to fly. They want to do all this, show out their little pretty gifts and gadgets to make them look like they got money, and they do not. It's sad. It's people of all ages doing it. You can't look at stuff for the materialistic value, because at the same time, as you get older, you tend to get lesser stuff. Because at the time now, you can do stuff for yourself. I don't really need that. I'll take money, gift cards, and I'll take a t-shirt. It makes me no different. Even though I can go out and buy it. If somebody give me some, I appreciate it. Regardless of who it's from, whether it's ugly, whatever, I still wear it. If I don't wear it out, I wear it in the house. I didn't tell you we had to have a Grammy show Christmas. Nobody said that. Even though you want to have that in your life and stuff like that, there ain't nothing wrong with having something special. But at the same time, you can't get caught up in that image. You working long hours, stressing yourself out, stressing your body out, for them still not to appreciate your gift. Time, because you looking at what everybody else got. You're not caring about what they want. You never asked. So parents, for next year, for Christmas shop, stay on the sales. They everywhere. Even if you can't get them on Christmas, January, it still have semi-annual sales. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you still got a ton of sales to go on. If you can't get it around Christmas time, you can get it after. If you want to get all your stuff around Christmas time, people, you have to become financially smarter with your money. Just stop wanting to get your hair and nails done like that. Go get you a nail kit and start doing them yourself. Well, I don't want to paint it. I don't know how to do it right. Well, you have to learn. You spend $180 on nails and you go get them twice a week. No lie. If you ask somebody how much they spend, women, I feel like as a whole probably spend $2,000 on nails a year. It might even be more depending on what you get. That's how we keep ourselves up and stuff like that. No, it don't match what you doing. You taking trips to Jamaica, Cancun, and Turk. You working in McDonald's and you just started working a couple months ago. So like I said, people, your attention is on the wrong thing. You can't live like the Joneses. You don't have nowhere near what the Joneses have. So like I said, people, stop trying to be internet rich. Stop trying to live in the moment, or just say, forget how it turned out. We're going to ball. We're going to go to the mall. We're going to max out our car. Our bank account red, but we still spend. That's not cute. That's not pretty. That's not attractive. And they going to show. Because at the same time, because you looking at it like, oh, well, I only live once, I ain't gonna get out and spend all that money. What money do you have? You don't have no money. You don't have no money. Once you start telling yourself that and accept the fact, you would do better. And then most people I know that out there that I'm probably talking to, or whatever the case may be, they have families and still mismanage money. Oh, 30. Oh, I'm grown. I know this, I know that. But you can't save $1. You can't save $100. You can't save $200. That has nothing to do with age. And I feel like a lot of people bring it up like it's a superiority or wisdom completely. You placed in your position to do better. You have family. You have people coming after you that you have to support. Teach them the ways of not how to be like you, to grow from you. So therefore, if they want to get their children something for Christmas, and if they want to start sharing and getting back to their people and to whoever, they can. And that'll be all for this episode of the Way to Money podcast. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in for 2023, 2024. It'll be a blessed year for me, for all my people that watch, all my people that support, and all the people who just take anything from my content and actually grow and change their lives from it. And it's been a ride though. Been a stressful one for sure, because I hated when I even started this podcast, might well say it's about to be 2 years from now. But when I started this podcast, it seemed like only, a dream, and it didn't feel real, because it's just like I always wanted somewhere where I can just, speak on my own platform and talk and, conceptualize my own ideas and stuff like that. I always wanted to articulate it, and I'm glad I got my platform to where I even have even though the audience is small, I still have somewhere where I can go talk and relay messages to the people. Follow us on Facebook, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. So go check us out on it, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Happy New Year.